Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
College, we've got you covered. Safe, affordable, health conscious. Our tuition is less than $20,000 a year, and scholarships are available. Make your best decision ever and apply today.
To some, this is just a ball. To Iowa Farm Bureau, it's much more. It's opportunity for small-town kids to make it big. It's our youth, our community leaders, our past, our future. It's hopes and dreams, passion and pride. To Iowa Farm Bureau, this is the reason we work so hard. This is Iowa. Iowa Farm Bureau. People, progress, and pride.
Downtown Des Moines, Iowa. It's the Iowa Girls State Basketball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and powered by Mid-American Energy. Hello, everybody. Welcome courtside. I'm Darren Eggestal with you as we get set for our second Class 3A quarterfinal matchup. This time it's the number 4 seed and the number 5 seed. We'll join our second member of our broadcast in just a couple of minutes, but the IGHSAU State Tournament is very familiar to this building. These two teams, on the other hand, are not, as we bring in our second member of our broadcast now, Andy Pollock. And, Andy, these two teams, one hasn't been here since 1998, the other since 1977. It's been a while.
Well, we talked about it beforehand. I mean, none of these players were born the last time their schools made it, and in some situations, probably even some parents weren't born the last time these schools made it. So it'll be fun. It's always interesting to see how teams new to the tournament adapt to the setting. Wide open rims. It's a lot quieter in here in general, just right now, especially with limited fans. So it'll be very interesting to see how each team adapts to the atmosphere here tonight.
And I know we'll see our keys to the game coming up a little bit later, but should be a pretty good contest here between the number 4 seed and the number 5 seed. We saw a great contest just moments ago between the 1 seed and the 8 seed. Saw the 1 seed Cherokee moving on. That game, Assumption right there with them the whole time.
It really were. It was one of those situations where Cherokee just at the end there, the tempo of their game caught up to Assumption. They couldn't keep up for 4 quarters. Made it through 3 quarters, it was anybody's game, and then Cherokee really flexed their muscle as that 4th quarter went on and ended up winning by 20. But up through the 3rd quarter, it was it looked like Assumption may be pulling off what we may call an upset for the ages, 8 over a 1 seed in this state tournament.
And we're going to see a good one here between the 4 and the 5. Let's take a look at how these two teams got here. First, the number 4 seed, West Lyon. They're the Wildcats. Andy, how'd they get here?
Well, one thing that's interesting as we look at all these teams in the tournament, there's been a lot of blowouts in early rounds of the regionals and regional sub-state as they head to the tournament. Not the case with these two teams battle-tested, although with West Burlington they did beat Albia in the first round 62-27, but then after that, Central Lee 49-38 and West Liberty 47-45. So a couple really nice games, close wins for the Falcons of West Burlington. For the West Lyon Wildcats, they beat Okoboji in the first round 50-24, and then things got a little tighter. Yeah. MOC Floyd Valley win in the second round 47-38, and they made it to state on Tuesday night with a win over Bishop Heelan Catholic School up in Sioux City. They won 47-41. So some good battle-tested teams here. It'll be fun to see how they compete with each other here tonight.
Of course, Bishop Heelan, a team that's frequently down here, so that's a good win on their way here. Well, we're going to have basketball coming pretty soon, but first, we want to take a quick break. You're watching the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
And that's halftime, folks. I'm Gus Johnson, and it looks like the Clarks are starving. Over to Dad.
He goes for the Casey's app.
2 handmade pizzas.
Incredible! Casey's curbside pickup. What a play! Bringing it home. Boom! He scores with Casey's Pizza. Order any large Casey's pizza. Score another for just $5.99.
Casey's for the win.
To Des Moines, it's the IGHSAU State Championships for girls basketball presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. And with that, we've got our keys to success for today brought to you by Kruger Seeds. Andy, how are these two teams going to win this basketball game?
Well, first of all, West Burlington, their best bet, they are out-heighted in this one big time. So they're going to have to run some more. And then for them to win, they're going to have to create turnovers. They're going to press the whole game. They're going to turn it into a 94-foot contest, and they're going to have to create some turnovers to get some run-out layups. And then for the West Lyon Wildcats, they're the favorite here. And if you talk to some people, they're the heavy favorite. They're going to play tough defense. They communicate very well on defense. And it's important for them to flex their muscle early on. The longer that West Burlington can stick around, look out.
Today's Seeds for Success were brought to you by Kruger Seeds. The next time you're in the need of corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first-class seed, first-name service. Learn more at KrugerSeeds.com. We'll be right back.
You are my favorite place to go. You're at the end of my favorite.
You work hard to feed them well. That's why at Fairway, we work hard to give you the freshest produce, the highest quality meat, and the most affordable prices. Fairway Meat and Grocery. It's what we're all about.
Back inside Wells Fargo Arena, courtside. Zarin Agostell, Andy Pollack with you. It's the IGHSAU State Basketball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and powered by MidAmerican Energy. Fans, the Iowa Bankers Association is proud to help students reach their goals, both financially and educationally. That's why they are honored to provide 5 student athletes from this year's basketball tournament with $1,000 scholarships. Follow their Facebook page, facebook.com/Iowa Bankers, to see the winners. And Andy, let's talk a little bit about these two teams. We talked about it. Neither of them have been here really in the last few years, 1998 and 1977, and you do some coaching yourself. From a coaching perspective, what are you telling your team? How are you getting rid of the nerves?
A big thing as you talk to the coaches here in the tournament, especially the ones who have not been here for a long time, is just being loose, and they're doing all sorts of things to create a loose, excited atmosphere for their players. They're feeling pressure, I promise you, and these, especially as high school girls right now, they're feeling a lot of pressure, and it's up to the coaches right now to really try to loosen things up and create a fun environment for their kids.
And with that, let's go courtside to Joe Hammond for today's introductions.
Chuck, featuring the West Burlington Falcons and the West Lyon Wildcats. Fans, tradition is an important part of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's storied history. Because our past is an integral part of what we do today, we ask that everyone in attendance please join in a round of applause to show our appreciation to all the women who have participated in high school athletics in Iowa. Because once an Iowa girl, always an Iowa girl. Fans, at this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship shown by West Burlington High School and West Lyon High School. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Maddie Schultz, a member of the IGHSAU Student Athlete Advisory Committee, will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From West Burlington High School, Lee Boughton. And from West Lyon High School, Jeff Hogeveen.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior, pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands.
Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete. Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
For the West Burlington Falcons, number 1, McKenna Marlowe. Number 5, Kylie Logan. Number 11, Stacy Zawo. Number 13, Riley Richards. Number 15, Logan Kelly. Number 21, Lizzie Grabstitch. And number 22, Isabel Ritter. The assistant coach for West Burlington is Brendan Freeman. And now let's meet the non-starters for the West Lyon Wildcats. Number 10, Taylor Rentschler. Number 14, Emma Meyer. Number 20, Gianna Clarenbeek. Number 22, Evie Knobloch. Number 24, Xavier Metzger. Number 32, Morgan Grotwald. Number 34, Emily Turwey. Number 42, Kendra Boat. And number 55, Maddie Johnson. The assistant coaches for West Lyon are Jamie Carolyn, Steve Hoff, Jeff Hogeveen, and Dana Pashong. And now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for tonight's starting lineups? For West Burlington, a 5'7" senior, number 2, Annika Harris. And for West Lyon, a 5'8" senior, number 2, Kennedy Kramer. For West Burlington, a 5'6" senior, number 4, Natalie Vandenbeek. And for West Lyon, a 6' senior, number 4, Haley Knobloch. For West Burlington, a 5'8" senior, number 10, Sydney Marlowe. And for West Lyon, a 5'7" junior, number 12, Mallory Gramstad. For West Burlington, a 5'8" senior, number 12, Leah Collier. And for West Lyon, a 6'2" junior, number 30, Brooklyn Meyer. For West Burlington, a 5'7" sophomore, number 20, Abby Bentz. And for West Lyon, a 5'6" sophomore, number 40, Randy Childress. The head coach for West Burlington is John Vandenberg, and the head coach for West Lyon is Ryan Brasser. The floor officials this evening are Blake Reinke, Kurt Strouth, and Brett Johnson. Welcome West Burlington and West Lyon to the 2021 Iowa Girls State Tournament.
And welcome back. We'd once again like to thank the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls Athletic Union, for their support. The Iowa Farm Bureau has an office located in each county across Iowa, and we'd like to thank the offices that are listed on your screen for the support of the two teams playing in today's game. Thank you to the Iowa Farm Bureau for supporting the IGHSAU and the Iowa Girls. Well, as we get set, the Falcons will be wearing their green jerseys. The Wildcats in their white jerseys. Easy to tell the two teams apart, and we are underway as West Lyon will start here with the basketball. Andy, how critical is it to score those first points and kind of get those jitters out?
That's a big part of things. You notice right away West Lyon works the ball down low to get the jump ball, but there's just a decided height advantage out here for West Lyon as these two teams take the court. Notice that Sydney Marlowe looked over at Brooklyn Meyer at the beginning, at the opening tip-off, and just kind of smiled at her and went up. I mean, she competed through the tip-off, but just gave it a little chuckle. So West Burlington loose to start.
Yeah, you can see the height advantage there, and that will play in the favor on that drive as Meyer takes it away. Both teams have a takeaway now. A good job now by West Burlington as they're going to get it back. I think some of the nerves are in and out of both these teams. They're having a jump ball and a couple of turnovers, but it's going to be West Burlington and Vandenberg who jumps onto the scoreboard first. And we knew West Burlington was going to put pressure on. They're going to pressure pretty much this entire game, and you see it right there. West Lyon does a nice job of breaking it, though.
Nice job by Vandenberg on the other end as she gets a steal here to play through the contact to make her layup.
And West Burlington a little bit ahead of themselves. West Lyon will take it away. Again, we talked about those nerves. Both of the teams going back and forth. West Lyon still trying to find their first basket. It won't come this trip. As West Burlington will take it back and go back across the court, shooting to the left side on your screen. West Lyon shooting to the right side.
Well, the tempo through the first 90 seconds sure favors West Burlington right now.
Mm-hmm. And talking a little bit with the West Lyon coaching staff before the game, they talked defense. Their keys were defense. And you talked about that a little bit too. And the keys for this basketball game was defense. And we're seeing the defense out of West Lyon. A second follow-up shot from Marlowe does not go either. Some good defense there by West Lyon. Now they're going to break out Meyer inside. Can she save it? She can. And a nice outlet pass doesn't go. Meyer a follow-up, and she'll head to the free throw line.
Well, the tempo of the game continues to favor West Burlington as they come down the court, forcing a quick turnover and forcing some quick shots by West Lyon. It's not that West Lyon can't run, but I see that as really being the only chance for West Burlington to win this ball game tonight.
Meyer will shoot free throws. The first one is good. She shoots 69% from the free throw line so far this season. That was her 99th made free throw on the season. And she'll make number 100 as well. 69% makes both of them to start off with. That's a good sign for West Lyon as they finally get onto the scoreboard, and we're tied at 2 a couple of minutes into this basketball game.
West Lyon in a very much a communicating man-to-man. You see West Burlington has worked their way into the paint a lot. That's the fourth block already in the first quarter, the first 3 minutes and 6 seconds of the game.
Sydney Marlowe tried to drive there. She's a senior. Now she's going to inbound it for West Burlington. And again, just running into that tall building is Brooklyn Meyer. I'll try from the outside. That one goes. Vandenberg.
Well, West Burlington's not a great three-point shooting team. They only shoot 24% on the year, but Vandenberg from way beyond the arc, they're able to knock it down.
And the ball will go out of bounds. It's going to stay with West Lyon. And for West Burlington, that might be what they have to do. If you can't get it inside against Meyer, you might have to start knocking down the three, and they show that they can right away with Vandenberg.
Well, and you at least have to choose your spots when you're going to go inside.
Meyer with the left hand doesn't go. Follow-up doesn't go as well, but she'll head to the free throw line. You know, That's good with her going to the left hand there. It's about the only place she could go with it.
Yeah, has used both hands. Does a nice job to slide through. Kept that right foot set the entire time, spun her away, and found herself right in front of the basket.
So she made number 99, 100, and now free throw number 101 for Meyer. The only points so far in this game for West Lyon. No field goals yet. 3 for 3 from the free throw line for Meyer. She'll get one more as they trail West Burlington early here in this Class 3A quarterfinal. That one won't go. And the rebound, good fight for it there for West Burlington.
I didn't catch being across the court, but that foul was on Leah Collier. That's her second already, and we're not even 3 full minutes into the first quarter.
Richards, a substitution, a junior for West Burlington. She had the basketball inside there for a moment. Vandenberg got it back. They've got a body on Vandenberg now. Trying to make sure she doesn't get loose for another three-point shot. Bensey. Vandenberg's got it back again here for West Burlington. What do they got to do? Everybody's kind of together in one spot of the court, maybe try to separate a little bit.
Well, if they can keep Bentz here at the top of the key and that really pulls Meyer out, it does give them a chance to open something up down low. That's where they want the ball, right there.
They've got it at the free throw line. Didn't pull the trigger is Bentz. And they'll get it back out and reset their offense. 4:34 to play.
And this is the tempo that West Lyon wants. If they can turn it into a half-court game here on defense and play their style of defense, it's going to be a big night for the Wildcats.
And the drive and the basket will go Harris. Nice little friendly roll from the rim for Harris. Now they'll quickly set up into their full court pressure so they get the basket and they're able to set up their pressure. Meyer, though, will break it as she brings it across the line. Beautiful feed inside. You can't get much better than that. As Rentschler will find two.
Well, as soon as they got it to Meyer at center court, it was a 3-on-1 fast break and not much left down at the other end for the Falcons to do.
First field goal of the ball game for the Wildcats brings them back to within two, and we're going to have a foul called here.
That handoff, the cutting handoff through the top of the key, that's a difficult thing to defend because you're playing off. You can't really take a charge off anybody. You're looking to communicate, maybe make a defensive switch. That's a very thing. It's just as they line up again here. Just look at the height difference for West Lyon. The big advantage for the Wildcats.
You can see it there on your TV screen. And the inbound pass nearly taken away in a travel. And we're going to go the other way. So it's nearly taken away by West Lyon. They will get it now.
A lot of pressure on Harris. And you see, again, West Lyon has handled the pressure pretty well. And a couple different looks of pressure so far.
Yeah, talking with Coach beforehand, he was aware that they were going to be pressed and they had worked on it. They were prepared. Inside, Meyer looking for two. She won't get it, but she's heading back to kind of her little space on the court there, the free throw line.
Well, Riley Richards kind of just fell down there and then was stuck on the ground as Meyer spinning her way into the lane, and really not much else for Harris to do, or Richards, to do down there on the floor. Luckily, she didn't get landed on. Seen a few hard spills here today.
Meyer's free throw won't go that time. We got an IMT substitution. Be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. As Meyer will shoot one more free throw. No good. There's your IMT substitution as Emma Meyer into the ball game now. She's able to grab the rebound. West Burlington, though, will go the other way. Marlowe for two, and she'll head to the free throw line now as she's fouled.
Well, Brooklyn Meyer hasn't deterred him at all from trying to pound the ball into the lane. That time, again, off the break. I'm not sure you call it a full break, but in transition may be the better way to describe it. And they're able to get Marlowe to the free throw line. Sydney Marlowe is one of the leaders on this team, is the leading scorer on the team at just under 14 points a game, but more impressively, and one of the things that stands out in the stat book is she gets just under 5 steals a game. That's a crazy stat.
That is.
Attributed to the style of defense, extended defense that West Burlington plays.
That free throw will fall for Marlowe. They'll extend their lead to 3, so West Burlington, a good showing. Now they've got a steal in the backcourt. There's that pressure. Marlowe for 2 more. She scores. A 3-point swing there for Marlowe, and for West Burlington has the Falcons up by 5. And now West Lyon again having problems with the zone or with the full court pressure. Here's Emma Meyer fresh into the ball game, and now she's going to head to the free throw line.
And really set up at the other end, Emily Terwee, really, who just checked into the game, as you see her really screen off the defenders as she's going down, and not a moving screen, but more like a box out.
Yep.
And kept a very easy path there for Emma Meyer to get to the basket.
Meyer, a senior for West Lyon. Second free throw does not go. Out of bounds, it'll be West Burlington basketball. So West Burlington with a quick lead here. 2:59 to play in the first period. It's a 5-point West Burlington lead, and they have the basketball trying to extend that lead. West Lyon came in preaching their defense, and there's a travel going to be called.
As Harris was dribbling the ball up the court, it was like the ball just, and there is a little, I don't know, there looks to almost be something on the court, but the ball all of a sudden just took a big hop right up by center court. And she took a couple extra steps with it.
So that's a fortunate break for if you're West Lyon. Now you get the basketball back and you get it at half court, so you really don't have to break that full court pressure. You're able to set up your offense. But this West Burlington defense is relentless. They're flying all around the court right now again here defensively. There's a drive and a shot. That one won't go for Kramer. Marlowe inside move. Spin, no. Rebound, and the follow-up shot will go. Logan able to knock down that shot. Timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here. What an entertaining contest it's been, in a start for West Burlington as they've raced down to a 12-5 lead, the number 5 seed over the number 4 seed. And West Burlington showing that they don't got nerves here at the state tournament to start off with.
No, and they figured out a way to get the ball into the paint and not get the shots blocked. There's 4 shots blocked in about the first 2 minutes, and then none since that point. And I think, I hate to lean on stats too much, but I think that's a key stat in this one as they continue to pound the ball and get it down low.
For the last 2 seasons, they were 18-5 a year ago, 15-5 2 years ago. Neither of those teams were able to make it here to the state tournament. Both of them exited in the semifinals to Central Lee. Now this year they were able to get past Central Lee all 3 times, both times in conference play, and then in the postseason able to get past Central Lee and bring in the Falcons here to the state tournament and have a 12-5 lead. But West Lyon wants to answer with a 3-point shot from the outside. Kaboom! That one will go as Childress knocks it down for West Lyon.
In transition before West Burlington can get back and get their defense set up, and that's one of the things you do give up a little bit with the style of defense that they play.
Childress, a sophomore. And Meyer with another block. She's going to rack up those blocks here in this basketball game. We still are in the first quarter. West Lyon trying to answer again. Doesn't go. We've got a jump ball on the rebound, and it will stay with West Lyon. So they're going to get another opportunity here with 1:43 to play in the first.
Well, and from this angle, it looks like it could be a over-the-back foul, but really you've just got Knobloch. You've got Marlowe locked up in there with Childress, and the ball's up above her head, and she grabs a hold of it.
Meyer will inbound. The inbound shot is no good from Kramer, and West Burlington will get the rebound, and they're breaking out the other way here in transition. Set up their offense. Harris has it on the left wing off to Marlowe. Marlowe's had a good game to start off with here for West Burlington.
Well, we knew West Lyon wanted to play man-to-man as much as they could, but you see them come out here after that last time out and kind of grasping right now. They're out in a zone defense now.
And it creates a turnover. They're going to go back the other way, though. A little bit of a long pass nearly picked off by West Burlington. West Lyon will be able to set up their offense here with a minute. Don't have to rush with it either. They got plenty of time here in the quarter inside, and that's, you find an easy basket, you might as well take it as Knobloch easy inside for 2.
Well, it's the 1-3-1 defense right now. The West Burlington's running. You get the ball to the corner and immediately get it down low before anybody can drop down into that passing lane. You draw out that inside defender, and they get a wide open layup out of it.
And now this one is kind of bailed out. West Burlington kind of bailed out. Marlowe missed her intended target, but Brooklyn Meyer reached out to grab it. It goes off of her and out of bounds. So West Burlington will hang on to the basketball, and Marlowe will inbound it from the baseline off to Harris. Logan Kelly also into the ball game for the first time here for West Burlington. Just entered as an IMT substitution. You can always be worry-free with IMTINS.com. And West Burlington takes it away, and a little bit of a frustration foul there for West Burlington.
We really haven't had that many fouls so far here tonight, but as they reach in, and West Burlington, in their style of play, they're going to rack up several, just the way that they're constantly pestering and going after the basketball.
Well, West Lyon was trailing this basketball game 12-5. It is now 12-10, a 5-point run, and another foul is going to be called as Meyer tried to throw the ball across the court, and Harris, I believe, is going to be charged with it.
And just like that, they're one away from the bonus with 8 minutes left in the half.
So West Lyon has 21 seconds to try to tie or take the lead here in this first quarter after trailing by 7 points. Inside the feed, Emma Meyer for two. She scores. Brooklyn Meyer to Emma Meyer. That was pretty easy there for the Wildcats, and we're knotted at 12. Will West Burlington get a shot up here at the end of the quarter? Marlowe for two, says our official. No. Good, and that will be the end of the first quarter. I had to look at the official. I didn't see when the shot went up if she was on the line or not. It was a two if it went. It did not go. We've got a 12-12 contest after one quarter of play. We'll be back in moments here for quarter number 2 on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Des Moines. The S's are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
At Central College, we've got you covered. Safe, affordable, health conscious. Our tuition is less than $20,000 a year, and scholarships are available. Make your best decision ever and apply today.
Back to downtown Des Moines, Iowa. It's the IGHSAU State Basketball Championships. Hey, fans, Central College has tuition prices less than $20,000. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu. Well, the most wins in school history for the West Burlington Falcons this season, and the Falcons now with a 12-12 knotted score with West Lyon here in the 4-5 game of our second Class 3A quarterfinal. Had a good entertaining contest for a few quarters there in our first quarterfinal. Got a couple more 3A quarterfinals to come. One more tonight and one more tomorrow morning, as Harris tried for a drive there for West Burlington. McKenna Marlowe ended up putting the shot up, didn't go. Now Meyer driving inside, the ball off of her hands and going the other way.
West Lyon comes back out off of the quarter break, and they're back in their man-to-man defense. But again, the tempo, they get going just a little faster than they want to and creates another turnover.
Harris trying to break some pressure there. There's McKenna Marlowe. We talked about her freshly into the ball game. Here's Sydney Marlowe for three. Did not go, and a step on the out-of-bounds line was Richards when she was going for the rebound. So West Lyon will get the basketball back. And again, as always, we'll have to break that full-court press. They do easily there with Meyer, Brooklyn Meyer.
She's been the focal point handling the basketball against this press. That was the little adjustment they made and started to handle it much better.
Haley Knobloch with the drive and a little friendly roll. That's why you put backspin on the basketball, so it grips the rim and pulls it in.
Well, and again, a nice job by the defender, Abby Bentz, to stay straight up. Did throw a little bit of a hip into her, so Knobloch able to play through that contact.
30-second timeout will be called by West Burlington, as West Lyon did a great job defensively. One of the things that Coach told me before this game for West Lyon was that he thinks that their best cohesiveness doesn't come offensively where you would see most teams, but defensively, and it shows right there with that good trap.
And that certainly does, but that one of the things they haven't been able to do so far is really play in that half-court set, play that defense and show off that strength, right? Where they've got everybody on the same page playing defense because of the pace that West Burlington plays with. So it's been a fun up-and-down contest so far, and we've seen each team play to their strengths at a given time.
Brooklyn Meyer came in averaging 16 points a game for West Lyon. You can tell there with that height. Just 3 points for so far in this contest. All came from the free throw line. Sydney Marlowe now for West Burlington out to Richards. Back to Marlowe. Harris has it. West Burlington will be able to reset their offense. They got kind of a little bit in a trapped. They wanted to reset. They do get that reset.
You see what West Lyon playing to their strength right now. They're able to, a long play up traveled beforehand, but you see them, they while playing in a half-court set, they're still forcing the issue quite a bit on defense.
Good offensive set, though, other than the travel for West Burlington as they had a wide-open shot, though unfortunately will not count across the line. Now comes West Lyon trying to extend their lead. They lead for the first time in quite a while in this basketball game. Brooklyn Meyer, the South Dakota State commit, throws it in. Left hand once again. And West Lyon with a 4-point lead, their largest of the contest.
She was able to catch that basketball right down underneath the hoop. That's a very easy move for Brooklyn Meyer.
And a travel is going to be called. One extra step taken. And for West Burlington, this might be a crucial defensive stop here. If you're going to get it, you want to try to get a stop here defensively. You don't want West Lyon to get out in the front.
And West Lyon, we talked about flexing their muscle a little bit, and that's what's happened. The 12-5 lead early for West Burlington was a wake-up call because it's been all West Lyon since that point. West Burlington hasn't scored a point in a long time.
And a double dribble is going to be called. And so West Burlington will get the stop they needed. Both of these teams combined had 9 turnovers in the first quarter. And that's up to 11 combined for both teams here. Now the first quarter and almost halfway through our second period as we wind down towards the halftime break with West Lyon leading West Burlington 16-12. Marlowe has it here for West Burlington, and we'll see what the Falcons decide to do offensively. They had a nice offensive set that could have resulted in points their last trip, so they know that they can run their offense. They know that their offense can be successful. Just got to look for the opening. And we've got a foul is going to be called on a reach-in. Get the West Lyon fans across the way. We're looking for a jump ball call. They did not get that. Childress is called for the foul. It'll be her first. Childress, a sophomore, one of the only underclassmen. Oh, and there's a steal for West Lyon going the other way. To the rim, and a bucket goes for Kramer.
Really nice job by Kramer to go around the contact, go up with her left hand. Off the glass, good finish for her.
Harris has the basketball here for West Burlington into Richards. Back to Harris. They're kind of in that no man's land there between the out-of-bounds line, the baseline, the side out-of-bounds, and then the defenders. Kind of using the sixth defender was West Lyon, but West Burlington does a nice job, gets it back out, and they reset their offense. Halfway through our second period. Crowds are starting to get into it. We do have some fans in the stands. Of course, all of them are masked. The IGHSAU doing a great job with that this week. And another steal for West Lyon to the rim. The basket and the harm for Kramer.
I think you would call that a Euro step. I got blocked out of the way right there at the very end by the official, so didn't see the exact move she used to get around her, but the little jab step to the right and kept that left foot planted and jabbed right back into the inside. Cleared the defender and found herself wide open in front of the basket.
Yeah, you saw it there on your screen. A Euro step for Kramer. Gets it to go, and now a chance at a three-point play. We haven't seen many three-pointers in this game, one for each team. But a three-point play is completed by Kramer, and West Lyon has come out hopping. West Burlington looking for their first basket since the middle of the first period. Now West Lyon with another steal, but West Burlington says, hey, we've got it back.
West Burlington up into double-digit turnovers right now in the first half.
And there's going to be a hard foul on Kramer. She's been flying around the court. The senior has scored the last 5 points for West Lyon, but picks up a foul there. It'll be her first.
Well, it's been 6.5 minutes right now since West Burlington has scored. They got out to a 12-5 lead there with 2:25 to go in the first quarter, and it has been, my math tells me, about a 16-0 run right now for West Lyon since that point.
So if you're West Burlington, what do you got to do right here? What do you got to have?
Well, right now, everything's being run so far away from the hoop, and they're letting West Lyon really dictate what's going on defensively. There's nothing down low. Someone's going to have to be able to hit a shot outside.
Only 2 losses all season between these two teams, 1 apiece, and West Burlington won't get a shot that time as the basketball will go out of bounds and West Lyon will get it back. This is where you can lean on that full court pressure if you're West Burlington and try to create a turnover and get some points going the other way. But here's Emma Meyer and West Lyon as they're able to break the pressure, get across the half-court line, and now they're able to set up themselves offensively. Meyer, short corner right side. Here's a three-point try. That one not going to go, but a great rebound, and the follow-up shot will go for Emma Meyer. What a great offensive rebound it was for Rentschler.
Well, the ball came out of the hand of Gramstead. Very weird coming out from that far out. And Meyer, the Johnny on the spot. I'm not sure what the female version of that, but we'll call it Johnny on the spot here to put it in.
Janie,
there you go. That's a new term we just coined tonight.
Well, there's the basket that West Burlington was desperately needing as McKenna Marlowe, the sophomore, able to do it from the free throw line. West Burlington back onto the scoreboard, 23-14, but they're going to need some stops and bunches.
That ended a 7-minute and 50-second scoring drought for West Burlington. Much needed.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in our first half of basketball. West Lyon trying to extend the lead and trying to do it without Brooklyn Meyer on the court right now. Trying to go with some of their 6th and 7th women.
She's going to come back into the game right now. She does so much for this West Lyon team. We see her handle the ball up top against the press. I've got her for 4 blocks so far on the night. And just a very talented player watching Meyer. Just a junior as well. 16 points a game, 9.7 rebounds a game, an impressive stat line for that young lady.
Over 1,000 career points for her already as well. We mentioned she's ended her recruiting process, committed to South Dakota State University. And the Coyotes are getting a good one, that's for sure. Marlowe, a nice little move, and a floater will go.
Marlowe, the senior, going to have to take control of some things and maybe force the issue a little bit more than what she'd want to for the Falcons.
There's some pressure in the backcourt, but West Lyon is able to get across. West Burlington, some more nice pressure. Now they got to rely on that defense they had in the first quarter, only allowing 5 points to be scored. Here's a three-point basket. No. Meyer, though, with the long arms, grabs the rebound, puts it in. Some unlucky rim luck. It rolls out, but a follow-up rebound will go for Knobloch.
Well, and we hear a lot of fans yelling for over the back, but Meyer's 6 inches taller than every other player on the court for West Burlington. So if she jumps at all, which she did to get that rebound, she is not over the back of anything.
West Burlington is still in this basketball game, and there's a foul going to be called on Meyer. West Burlington is still right on the doorstep. We've seen some pretty crazy games here at the state tournament. I'm sure we'll talk some more about that at halftime. But we've already seen some comebacks, and West Burlington now is going to try to do that themselves as Bentz will go to the free throw line for 2 free throw shots. It can start right here, and Bentz puts the first one in. IMT substitution. IMT, be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com.
Bentz, the second leading scorer for West Burlington, held to only 1 point. That was her first point of the night.
Turwey checked back in. There's a nice move. doesn't go. The basketball will go out of bounds, and it's going to be last touched by West Burlington. A nice little move there from Knobloch. Tipped out of the hands, and will stay with West Lyon. If you're West Lyon, do you want to put a shot up here, or do you want to just try to get one more and take it into halftime?
Well, if you get that opportunity to get it down low, you take it.
Good defense there by Marlowe as she just jumps up into a passing lane and tips it out of bounds. So West Lyon will have to inbound once again, this time from the West Burlington bench. They're on the far side of the court. And a turnover taken away. Here comes West Burlington, and they're going to go straight to the rim. Jumper, no. And a frustration foul is going to be called after the shot. West Burlington decided to take it straight to the rim with Marlowe. Couldn't quite get it to go. And with that foul, we're shooting free throws.
Well, that's their first foul of the third quarter, or of the second quarter, excuse me, and they were better off early on when they were playing more aggressive and fouling. You got us for two, Devin, second foul. Yeah, I thought I had 6 there. Either way, not many fouls. They were much better off early on when they were playing more aggressively.
So 1-and-1 free throws. We'll get a second one as the first one is good by Rentschler, another senior. Look up and down this West Lyon roster. You see a lot of seniors and juniors making an impact. Just one underclassman in the starting rotation, Childress. As the free throws go there for Rentschler. Now West Burlington with a chance to try to cut in that lead before the halftime break, but they throw it out of bounds, and West Lyon will get it back.
And McKenna Marlowe, I don't think she realized how open she was to be able to take the ball to the basket, looking to get rid of it. And right now it's someone for West Burlington going to need to step up and say, give me the basketball, let me try to take it at the hoop.
And if you're West Burlington, you can hold them for 10 seconds in the backcourt. That's what you got to try to do. You still have 6 seconds to try to get a shot up before halftime. And here's that pressure defense. Can they afford the 6-second call or the 10-second call? They won't get it. But still can try to play some defense. West Lyon going to try to get a shot off. 3 seconds. Who's going to take it? Oh, they tried to go to Meyer inside. And good job there by the clock operator. Got it. That's about as perfect as you can get it. 0.1.
All you can get is a tip here. They're not going to get it.
No, they're not even going to take an opportunity. As, with 0.1, there's not much you can do with 0.1 on the clock. That's going to take us to our halftime break. A 10-point lead for West Lyon. They lead 27-17. We'll take a break. We'll come back and talk about the first half in just moments here on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's top teams and student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's a chance for a small town kid to make it big. It's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more, to be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can be found only in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes, the coaches on a successful year. And remember, the task ahead of you is never greater than the strength within you.
I hear you're looking for a great college where you can get an affordable education. SWIC is the place for you.
I appreciate the personalized attention.
And I've gotten to meet people from all around the world.
The SWIC student housing is incredible.
I like SWIC's hands-on training.
And I'll start my career in 2 years.
I can schedule my classes online or face-to-face.
SWIC feels like a community, like family,
like home. SWIC is a place for you.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Back to downtown Des Moines, Iowa, Wells Fargo Arena, the IGHSAU State Basketball Championships. And now we'd like to take a moment to once again thank our title sponsor, the Iowa Farm Bureau. The Iowa Farm Bureau for their support of the state basketball tournament. Earlier this week, Tom Florian of the IGHSAU had an opportunity to sit down with the Iowa Farm Bureau President Craig Hill for an interview to learn more about the Iowa Farm Bureau's support of the IGHSAU and student athletes across the state.
And we'd like to welcome you into the halftime show. I'm Tom Florian with the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We hope you've enjoyed the first half of action here at today's game. The Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament here now in its 102nd edition in Des Moines, a great event for the state of Iowa. And we here at the Girls Union are so thankful for those who support us in putting on this fantastic event, none of which are more important and great as Iowa Farm Bureau, our proud title sponsor. Joining me now here at halftime is President of Iowa Farm Bureau, Craig Hill. Craig, good to see you.
Good to see you, Tom.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here. We want to tell the viewers about Iowa Farm Bureau and the support that you provide to the Iowa Girls Union. My first question to you would be, why does the Iowa Farm Bureau invest in and support the Iowa Girls Athletic Union?
Oh, well, Tom, the Iowa Farm Bureau has been the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union now for 16 years. And we're thrilled, once again, to be a part of what we consider to be the best girls' state tournament in the country. And it does showcase Iowa's elite teams, our elite players, and I would suggest our elite fans as well. But we recognize the pandemic. It has certainly made the trip to qualify for this tournament just a little bit more challenging. And, I would suggest that it's also a testament to the ability of our student athletes to adapt and to persist through these tough times. So we're just so proud of these student athletes.
And you mentioned the student athletes and how they've grown and persevered through this challenging year. Talk about why Iowa Farm Bureau is so invested in supporting Iowa's youth.
Oh, well, Tom, I'm a farmer, but I've always said that our kids here in Iowa are our most important crop. And that's why the Iowa Farm Bureau provides just over $250,000 in scholarships to students each and every year. More than $450,000 over the last 8 years for Iowa's teachers in terms of classroom supplies, as well as our sponsorship of 4-H and FFA and many other youth organizations, but of course, the Governor's Scholar Program. And we recognize academic students or academics and students in Iowa through that program.
And you mentioned recognizing and providing recognition and scholarship opportunities for youth in Iowa. But these student athletes here on the court today, they're actually taking home some other types of souvenirs, if you will, from the state tournament. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, each player will receive a signature ball, a basketball that coaches and players can sign. Everyone can keep as a keepsake and kind of a reminder of what the journey has been to get them here to the state tournament. So it's an opportunity for us to provide some good memories and keep that keepsake in front of them as they go on as being leaders in Iowa in our communities.
A cool keepsake, most definitely. Well, Craig, we are out of time here at halftime, but I want to thank you again for your support of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and everything that you do. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Tom.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
They say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Maybe that's why scientists are trying to recreate real meat. Trying to duplicate the taste and texture, often using more than 20 ingredients. But why tamper with what Mother Nature already perfected? A more complete, high-quality protein, Iowa raised meat is the original health food, with 9 essential amino acids necessary for the human diet, nutrients that are hard to get from plant-based proteins, Best of all, the real meat on your dinner table tonight was sustainably raised with love by Iowa farm families. As much as people may try, there's just no substitute for the taste, texture, and nutrition of nature's perfect protein. But hey, keep at it. It's flattering that so many products want to be us.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything...
Dental insurance? Costs a fortune, and it covers nothing.
Don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
Des Moines, the S's are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
And that's halftime, folks. I'm Gus Johnson, and it looks like the Clarks are starving. Over to Dad.
He goes for the Casey's app.
2 handmade pizzas.
Incredible! Casey's curbside pickup. What a play! Bringing it home. Boom! He scores with Casey's Pizza. Order any large Casey's pizza. Score another for just $5.99.
Casey's for the win.
Back to Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines, Iowa. We're at the halftime of the Class 3A quarterfinal, and the 4-seed and the 5-seed West Lyon leading West Burlington 27-17. Fans, the official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Time to get your smartphones out. Just scan the QR code on your screen right now or visit the IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. Take a look at those sweatshirts, T-shirts. Sandy going to be grabbing myself some of those on the way out as well.
Well, we already got our nice pink masks to go along with the tournament as well, looking sharp. A lot of those around here today. Always such a great job branding everything in the great pink colors of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. So.
Jean Berger and her staff do such an amazing job here making these girls feel like stars while at the state tournament. Both of these two teams experiencing it for the first time, with West Lyon leading 27-17 as you take a look there at the stats. Andy, what jumps out to you?
Well, a couple of the big ones is West Burlington, shooting just under 40% right now for the half, but they were shooting much higher than that early on in the first quarter in particular. So the big news from that first half was a scoring drought that West Burlington went on. West Lyon shooting right at 50%. A lot of free throw opportunities due to this style of play that West Burlington plays. So West Lyon has been at the line a bunch. They capitalize on a few more of those, probably opens this game up quite a bit in the second half. Neither team shooting a whole lot from the outside, which we expected coming into the game. West Lyon a slight advantage on the rebounds. However, they've got a huge height advantage, so that's not any big news there as well. And in turnovers, a lot of them, and it's really the pendulum has shifted though, because a lot of those for West Lyon came in the first quarter, and a lot of them for West Burlington came in the second quarter.
Yeah, as we see there, as you mentioned, both teams shooting 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Now, if you're West Burlington, are you in panic mode yet? Do you need to come out and start shooting threes?
There's a difference between panic and urgency. They definitely have to have some urgency to what they're doing, and that means taking the ball at the basket a little bit more. We saw some stagnant offense from them when they weren't in a full-court running mode. So, a big stat I didn't talk about there at halftime, and just got the stats handed to me, that Brooklyn Meyer had 5 blocks in that first half, and that's a number that's altered a lot of shots, and not just physically but mentally as well, what it means for taking the ball into the lane.
Yeah, you were kind of keeping track of those throughout the game goes. 5 in the first half. We'll see what she does. She might be in double digits when it comes to blocks, not usually a stat category that you would consider for a double-double or anything like that.
We might be checking the state tournament record books in this one if it gets to that point.
Yeah, without a doubt. Well, both of these teams we mentioned down here for the first time in quite a while. West Lyon Their last trip here, though, was a pretty good one. They were in the state championship game, though they fell to Solon in that Class 2A state championship game, but I know Coach would definitely like to get back to it once again.
Making the most of their opportunity when they are down here in West Lyon, certainly a school that is no stranger to a lot of postseason success. There's been a lot of very talented teams that have come up out of Inwood and Larchwood and surrounding communities.
Well, you just saw Jamie Carlin there on your screen as West Lyon broke the huddle. He was 20 years old and on the coaching staff for West Lyon when they were here in 1998. He's still on the coaching staff here for West Lyon, and they're back in the state tournament here in 2021. He told me it's much different from when he was 20 years old and here in 1998. There's a jumper from Meyer, does not go middle of the lane to start things off, so that's a good sign if you're West Burlington, a stop right away. Now from two, a long two, 18-foot two-point shot does not go. West Lyon in transition the other way. Good feed inside for two. Ooh, just a bit strong. Will not go for Knobloch.
Knobloch had done a great job running the floor and got herself in a great position down low. Again, the tempo for the second half, and you see over there on the far side, Coach Vandenberg for West Burlington applauding his gals. He likes the up and down tempo they're playing with so far.
They are moving quite quickly. We've only played a little over 30 seconds, and a timeout is going to be called. They couldn't find what they wanted inside. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Every team is kind of burning through their 30s. They like to get back onto the court here pretty quickly, but it's going to come down to full timeouts a little bit later on here in the tournament. 27-17 is the lead as we look into the West Burlington huddle there. Coaching staff, what are they talking about?
Well, right now where do we want to get the ball to? And they're already stuck in a half-court set right now as they come out of the break. So look for a quick shot to be taken off a set play out of the timeout, because I don't think they want to be playing offense that long. The longer they play, the worse their odds get.
Coach Vandenberg, as we take a look at the West Burlington fans, look at that green hair there.
Early, we just turned to March today, so already the luckily Irish a little bit out in the crowd.
The Green Falcon jerseys will inbound the basketball. Coach Vandenberg in his fourth season coaching here at West Burlington. They've got an astonishing 68-19 record. Coach Vandenberg has racked up since being here.
West Lyon back into a zone out of the timeout.
Marlowe will drive, two, no good. Harris to follow up the harm, but no bucket.
The weak side rebound is go up for the shot. Harris right there. Saw her have a couple of those opportunities early on in this game as well. And I like what West Lyon has done tonight defensively. They've mixed it up, not allowing West Burlington to get comfortable in their offense.
Harris doesn't get that first free throw to go. We showed you those free throw stats at halftime. Just 2 of 4 for West Burlington from the free throw line. Nobody scored here in the first minute of basketball in the third period. And that will stay the same as Harris's second free throw doesn't go. West Lyon, though, throws it away. Harris has got it. And a foul is going to be called. Meyer thought she had block number 6, but instead a foul is going to be called, and Bentz is going to the free throw line.
And that is going to be Meyer's third, and that's welcome news for the West Burlington faithful, because Meyer has been really what's made this team go. I really like what Bentz did. Made sure she got the contact first. Took the ball right at Meyer. Didn't worry so much about the basket, but wanted to take it at Meyer and get her down. That does a lot more good for West Burlington in the long run.
Yeah, I'm sure she's going to head to the bench as checking back into the basketball game is Turwey. An IMT substitution. Be worry-free with IMT and IMTINS.com as you see foul number 3 on your screen there. For Meyer, the free throws do not go for West Burlington, and we stay at our same 10-point deficit we had at halftime. Now we'll see if West Lyon can break the scoring drought for both of these teams here to start our second half. A three-point basket does not go. Marlowe's got a rebound. Marlowe off to the races. Passes it off. Two-point basket up, and it is good.
That is the 2-on-1 fast break to a T. Marlowe drew the defender up. Eventually dished it off over there to Vandenberg.
Knocks down the 2-point basket and makes it an 8-point game. 27-19. Now West Lyon back the other way is in no hurry. As West Lyon will try to slow things down. Knobloch drove in, had her shot blocked. This time it's West Burlington saying, hey, we can shot block as well. Marlowe to Harris, back inside to Marlowe. From the free throw line, the bank is still open at 7:49 p.m.
It's not, I assure you.
Well, the bank shot will go in for Collier. And a timeout on the court, 30-second timeout called by West Lyon as West Burlington has knocked down a couple of shots and has got it back to within 6 points here. So now if you're West Lyon, Andy, what do you got to do to slow this run?
Well, they haven't got a shot off in quite a few possessions, so they haven't handled that pressure defense, not necessarily the full court pressure, but that half-court pressure that West Burlington keeps coming at them with. They have just not handled it very well the last couple possessions. So you're looking to figure out a way to just get some sort of shot off and give yourself a chance.
Well, the West Lyon fans are up, dancing, cheering, having a good time as you take a look inside Wells Fargo Arena. Of course, the one thing you did notice on all those fans, masks are being worn here at the state tournament in Des Moines. Fans are separated off. One fan base on one side, the other fan base on the other side. Masks being worn. A great job by the IGHSAU, Jean Berger and her staff. Doing a great job here in Des Moines as always. Working with the Iowa Event Center as well. Well, back out of timeout. West Lyon looking to find a basket and end this scoring round. Wow, that was basketball went a little spinny there. Yeah. Looked like a football.
Yeah, I thought we had a little Harlem Globetrotters trick coming up the way that ball came spinning off the toe.
It was like a top. What great officials we have down here at the state tournament. They do such a fantastic job. That's why they're out there, and I'm here because I would have had no idea who that ball went off of, but they do a great job. Got it right. Now a steal. Harris, Marlowe for two. Yes.
Again, no opportunity for a shot for West Lyon. The extended defense with Harris just taking it away at the top of the key, leading to a run out.
A 7-0 run for West Burlington to start the second half, and they're going to get the basketball back as West Lyon loses it out of bounds. Marlowe's got a smile on her face as she's about to inbound the basketball right in front of you there, Andy. Big smile on her face, and you know that West Burlington's coming out with vengeance here in the second half.
Well, and she was the one before the game, you could tell, just trying to keep everybody loose in this setting, and the fans yelling some things at her too, positively, and keeping her loose as well. So West Burlington right back in this game. And again, no opportunity for a shot, and quickly back in the game is Meyer for the Wildcats. Look for her to handle the ball at the top of the key and create for them.
Harris for two, no, a little bit strong. West Burlington has yet to score here in the third period. We've almost played halfway through our third period. And West Lyon, you see Brooklyn Meyer is back onto the court. She gets the two, doesn't go, but the harm is coming, and back to the free throw line goes Brooklyn Meyer.
Well, and it's a designed play to get it right to her, cutting through the lane. And Meyer's had a lot of opportunities at the free throw line tonight. And I think she will continue to have more as long as she's in the game. 3 fouls has kept her on the bench for quite a while.
This is free throw number 7, and it goes. She's now 4 of 7 from the free throw line. She will get one more, so yeah. Number 7 and number 8 this time. She came into the game shooting 69%, and she's shooting pretty good in this game as she knocks down that one as well.
Well, right now the official stats only have West Lyon for 4 turnovers in this quarter, but it sure seems like a lot more than that.
But they finally get on the board. That's got to be a reprieve there for West Lyon. But West Burlington, Natalie Vandenberg goes kaboom from the top of the key. A 3-point basket, and they've got it to within 2.
And she only shoots about 28% from 3, but shot that with a lot of confidence.
Ball gets rattled around. Meyer ended up with it, and she's looking for 2, and she's heading back to the free throw line.
Well, and she got fouled a lot earlier in that possession, too, as she cut through the lane. Missed that one, but Meyer continues to rack up her rebounds.
And should be shooting free throw 9 and 10 here from the free throw line. As you see there on the screen, focused on the rim, and the first one goes in. Well, maybe on the rim. Every free throw shooter kind of has their own little point they pick, and that's where they shoot at, aim for.
Well, and here you got all sorts of different lights and the ribbon and all sorts of flashing lights reflecting off it and coming from behind, so you're not going to be in good shape if you focus on the backboard.
Yeah. So much room between the hoop and the crowd there, and it's much emptier than normally at 7 p.m. on the first night of the girls' state basketball tournament. But the tournament goes on as pretty much normal.
Once they're out on the court, it's basketball as usual.
Yeah, great job again by the IGHSAU and the Iowa Event Center and all the schools around the state. Every high school, even the ones not participating, did a great job all year long trying to keep their team safe and on the court. There's another three-point basket for Vandenberg. She's already knocked down 2 in this game, and she was looking for another one, maybe a little bit of heat check. West Lyon scores.
Well, down at the other end, Collier and Vandenberg ran into each other, coming back the other way, and it created really a numbers situation, 5-on-3 right away. West Lyon recognized it, quickly came back the other way and turned it into an easy layup.
Ben's trying for a 2. There's another block for Meyer. It's saved by West Burlington, but right into the hands of Kramer. Her shot doesn't go, and we've got a jump ball. So
that's one of those situations on the other end. Not every ball has to be saved. Understand, pick and choose your spots when you save the basketball in. Leads to a run-out situation. Fortunately for West Burlington, does not lead to any points, but saving it back. It had 2 different saves, had them scrambling, and eventually led to a run-out for the Wildcats.
And Kramer nearly got that one to go, just couldn't quite get it up there. Bent's the other way. She's just going to wind up for 3, doesn't go. And the rebound to West Lyon.
The Falcons are not a three-point shooting team, not necessarily the game they want to get into and have to shoot it from out there.
And you saw Coach Vandenberg kind of shaking a little bit there. Inside, we've got another jump ball coming. This time will favor the Wildcats of West Lyon. As you see an IMT substitution, be worry-free with IMT and IMT-INS.com. As Emma Meyer will check back in.
It's getting very physical down low, especially on the West Lyon offensive side.
And a takeaway for West Burlington. Marlowe gets in there, mixes it up once again, and now Harris has it. There's that cross-court pass. Oof, nearly goes out of bounds. They'll go inside to Bentz on that IGHSAU distinctive logo there on the left side of the court. Shot does not go for Vandenberg.
Good box out by Knobloch. She didn't get the rebound, but had 2 gals on her hip.
Inside Meyer, head fake, left hand. Doesn't get it to go, but she's heading to the free throw line for 11 and 12 now.
Vandenberg tried to slide down from her position up at the top of the zone defense, came in and tried to get that quick hand in, but the quick move by Meyer as she spun, reached in, grabs her wrist.
I'm going to start running out of fingers and toes to count all these free throw shots for Meyer, and her 11th one goes.
Kind of
8 of 11.
Hackemeyer strategy, but I'm not sure if it's a strategy or if it's their only opportunity to slow her down.
9 of 12 from the free throw line. She came in shooting 69%. Now 9 of 12 from the free throw line for Meyer in this basketball game as West Lyon once again extends their lead as they go on a little bit of a run. West Burlington had it to within 3. Actually had it to within 2. It was 29-27. And since then, it's been West Lyon who've raced back out to an 8-point lead. Bentz inside, ball off the top of her hands, picked up by West Lyon, but they don't have quite as many numbers as Meyer fell down. A 3-point shot, a little bit too strong there. And we'll go the other way with West Burlington. Marlowe once again.
Maybe a little early in the possession for West Lyon.
Less than a minute to play here in quarter number 3. If you're West Burlington, you want to have points. You don't want to go into the fourth quarter needing to score 8. And a shot does not get put up, and a foul is going to be called on Harris as she'll be called for a reach-in after the rebound couple of times now. I know that's West Burlington's game is once the shot is no good, you want to quickly get back on defense, but they've picked up a couple fouls that way.
Well, and Harris kind of caught the wrong place, wrong time on that as the rebound came down. Already had her hand in a little bit, and as she goes to pull it back, gets whistled for the foul.
A low-scoring affair in this one, 35-27 as we wind down here in the third quarter, and that's exactly what both coaching staffs assumed they would have. Both coaching staffs were going to play a defensive style. West Burlington, though, as you mentioned a couple of times, wants to get out and run a little bit more. West Lyon just wants to slow things down, work their offense, and try to find a way to get it inside to Meyer. That time it gets tipped out of bounds, and it will stay with West Lyon.
Well, Collier, again, giving up about 6 inches, does a nice job keeping her body away, going around and getting the tip. The deflect makes West Lyon have to reset here with 9 seconds to go.
They get it in. 3-point shot. No, they're going to call it on the line for 2. Kramer gets it to go. Marlowe from half court. No. And from the way the referees looked, if it would have went, it would have went.
Plenty of time.
It does not go. 37-27. We went to halftime at 10 points. We go to the fourth quarter at 10 points. We'll take a break. You're watching the IGHSAU State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You are my favorite place to go. You're at the end of my favorite.
You work hard to feed them well. That's why at Fairway, we work hard to give you the freshest produce, the highest quality meat, and the most affordable prices.
That guides me. I got it. You're my favorite.
Fairway Meat and Grocery. It's what we're all about.
Back to downtown Des Moines, Iowa. We head to our fourth quarter. Hey fans, Central College has tuition price less than $20,000. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever. And scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu. Well, we just saw a video on the big screen here inside Wells Fargo Arena. The Central Lions girls basketball team on the roof of the school talking about their town and their school. Many people might not know Inwood, Iowa, about 4-hour trip here from Des Moines, 447 miles away from West Burlington High School. These two teams meeting for the first time. Meyer will get a block and maybe a contact problem for Bent. We've got 5-on-4 the other way, and now the referees will stop it.
Well, they had to wait until the play came to a position where they could stop it. They give them a chance to do a run out first, but since they did stop it for her, I think they do not have to come out in basketball. Didn't know for sure how that rule worked out.
Not with it was a contact issue. I believe is what she was working on, a contact. She had the contact, I believe, put back in her eye. Still blinking her eyes a little bit. Bent's there. Make sure she's okay. And we're back to basketball. Inside Meyer for 2. No. And now we've got a jump ball, and it will stay with West Lyon.
And again, Meyer able to catch the basketball right there by the basket, just not able to capitalize there, but she's able to back herself down. That's a long entry pass coming all the way from out here, but when she's that low and they're so spread out, there's just no one around her.
You see it there on your screen, jump ball, and we're back to basketball with West Lyon. West Lyon content with just working their offense, not forcing anything. They've got a double team anytime and almost a triple team. Anytime Meyer touches the basketball, you almost have to.
Yeah, she's got, again, we mentioned it ad nauseum tonight at the height advantage that she's got down there. And she's a skilled basketball player, too, not just the height.
inside, and a foul is going to be called, and Meyer heading back to the free throw line. 13 and 14 will be the free throw she's shooting now. 9 of 12 so far coming in. She nearly has double digits. Now she does. Double digits from the free throw line for West Lyon's Brooklyn Meyer as she makes her 10th. The junior will play Division I basketball in a couple of years, makes them both. Showing up at a big stage here. First time that she's been down here at the state tournament. First time West Lyon's been here, and she'll head to the bench now as she exits. But she's big-time players show up in a big-time game, and she's a big-time player showing up in a big-time game.
No doubt she's a focal point of this offense. Everything runs through her for West Lyon.
Bench for three. She knocks it down. Triple from near her own bench. And it's still a 9-point basketball game. We saw West Burlington make a couple of runs in this game. West Lyon, they got to keep going. West Burlington, they want to get a stop here.
Well, they've done it with Meyer out of the game, and she's out again right now. So if they're going to make a run, this may be one of their last opportunities really to go on a big one.
As you know, Coach keeping Meyer on the bench for maybe a couple of minutes here to kind of give her a breather for the remaining stretch of this game. Off the glass, it's good. A three-point shot for Knobloch, the senior. That's only her 8th made three on the season out of 20 tries.
Well, I was just about to say, I'm not sure that's the shot there that Ryan Brasser wants, but you don't always want what you get as a coach. He got the good result, though.
It's one of those where the coach says, no. Okay, yeah, good shot.
Right off the glass.
Now West Burlington, Harris has it, and they're going to try for an answer three. That one also going off the glass, but a bit short. No good. Turwey with the rebound for West Lyon, and they'll come back across the line, trying to set up their offense. A good trap position there for West Burlington. Nearly got it, but West Lyon will break it, and the offense turns into a basket there for West Lyon as Knobloch scores again. 5 straight for her.
That's one of the best jobs the Wildcats have done handling that defensive pressure all night. Quick ball movement ends up with a wide open layup.
Now West Lyon starting to get out to their largest lead of this basketball game, 44-30. And for West Burlington, they got to try to have a stop here. We've got less than 5 minutes to go in this Class 3A quarterfinal.
Maybe an opportunity for a lot of free throws here for West Lyon as this game wears on.
Yeah. Turwey inside. Knobloch for 2 more. That time it doesn't go, but she gets her own rebound out to Kramer. And Kramer will be fouled. She shot the shot, but it was foul on the floor well before that. Kramer going to compete collegiately as well. Kramer, track and field star for West Lyon. She'll head to Northwestern College next season.
So the foul's starting to add up a little bit here for West Burlington.
Full timeout on the court. We'll take it as well. First time we've had a full timeout. 44-30. We'll be right back on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Yep. Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines, Iowa. You see the West Lyon fans. There's the West Burlington fans. Got their state tournament t-shirts on. West Lyon student section. That young man right there in the Hawkeye mask, that yellow Hawkeye mask, he dominated the wing eating contest here at halftime, and then he flexed his muscles wearing a state championship hat. Must have been on that West Lyon 2019 state football championship. They've had some success in football over the years.
Yeah, they've been decent.
Yeah,
decent.
West Lyon fans at home laughing along as West Lyon has accumulated 5 football state championships. And there's a basketball 2-point shot.
Get the sport straight, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. 46-30. Now the lead for West Lyon over West Burlington.
Yeah,
Harris.
No rush right now. You don't have to pressure things as much. You don't want to create any quick, easy buckets if you're West Lyon. And again, you're getting to that point right now as West Burlington to you want to have some urgency, a little more urgency to you. But right now, the defense, everything looks forced. It's just the way, the nature of the defense that West Lyon runs.
So West Burlington will inbound the basketball once again. It's Marlowe. She's been the main inbounder for West Burlington, trying to get an open look. She's been a key scorer as well. Vandenberg has a couple of threes. She had the basketball there for a moment. Back to Harris, who's running the offense. We're halfway through our fourth and final quarter, and it's a 16-point lead for West Lyon, trying to get back to the semifinals. Of course, in 5-on-5 basketball, they've only been to the quarterfinal, semifinals, and championship. Meyer, good talk and communication. It's going to create a travel. The defense there for West Lyon. You saw the mouths moving. That was one of the things they talked about, that cohesiveness, that defensive pressure that West Lyon puts on. You can see there on your screens, talking, communicating, moving around. Now they got to do the same thing to break the pressure. They do. Meyer trying to feed it to Knobloch, and she tips it out of bounds. So it'll go back to West Burlington. Great job there by the Falcons.
Well, and you just notice Kennedy Kramer telling everybody else on West Lyon, just calm down a little bit. They don't need to get those fast break buckets right now. They're more concerned about that clock. It's very valuable with just over 3.5 minutes to play.
7 straight years. West Lyon had been knocked out in the regional semifinals. Their third year here in Class 3A, before that in Class 2A, and now finally making to the state tournament. And just a few minutes away, trying to advance. As West Burlington with the basketball, though, trying to make a comeback. 16-point deficit here with 3 minutes, and a foul is going to be called there on Childress.
It's actually really good defense by Childress. I thought she might have got an offensive foul the way the shoulder went down.
That time it's turned over. Here's Kramer to the rim, left hand, good.
Good fundamental basketball. Get it ahead, let Kramer finish it off with her left hand.
Yeah, and for Kramer, it's nice. She can go either left or right with the left hand or the right hand. That time goes with the left and scores.
West Burlington just doesn't have anybody that can dribble into the paint. You know, they have to do everything passing the ball, which is good. I mean, it's great to be able to do it passing, but at some point you need someone that can get into the lane with some dribble drive and create some opportunities for everybody else. They just don't have that in the half-court set.
Kelly will come back in as an IMT substitution. Be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. Across the line comes West Lyon. Meyer inside for 2. She scores, and she adds another point there. Definitely in the running for our Casey's General Store player of the game that we'll have coming up for you. Brooklyn Meyer again inside. A 20-point lead, the largest of the game for West Lyon.
I'm not sure there's going to be too much drama around that decision tonight.
No, Brooklyn Meyer has been pretty dominant. Harris has the basketball. West Burlington needs some points in a hurry. Bentz trying to work there on Meyer. Shot blocked again. Has she reached the 10-point threshold yet? Yeah, just up to 9, so she's 1 away.
Should actually be at a triple-double with 1 more.
That's incredible.
Points. She wants to play defense to get down on the other end right now with a turnover there.
Points, rebounds, and blocks. How often do you see that on a stat line for a triple-double?
Yeah, just that'd be in a very... Oh, actually, you know what? They do have her at that right now. I missed one in there. She's at 10 blocks. So 15 points, 10 blocks, and 12 rebounds at the moment.
A triple-double for the South Dakota State University commit. a junior making an impact here in the state tournament. Picks up a triple-double, and her team is a minute 20 away from moving on to the state semifinals. Now Meyer for 2, and she'll head to the free throw line. This is Emma Meyer.
Yeah, again, the steal, just that half-court defense has led to a lot of nice run-out looks for West Lyon. Again, early on we talked about West Burlington having to turn into a full-court game.
Yeah.
It's not that West Lyon slowed it down at all, but when they were able to force West Burlington into playing a half-court offense, they really struggled tonight.
And we'll see a whole bunch of IMT substitutions as both teams will try to get as many people on the state tournament stat book and scorecard as possible, as both coaches will make some substitutions. And if Meyer makes this free throw, she will also exit the ball game. And she will not, as that one rattles in and out. But West Lyon with the rebound, and they're going to get the basketball back here with 1:16 to play in the quarter. We've got a foul called, and we've got well, as you mentioned, there's no drama in this. Our Casey's General Store player of the game. Let's hear it.
Well, you have to go with Brooklyn Meyer tonight as you look at the 15 points, 12 rebounds. You mentioned the assist. She did it. One thing that doesn't show up is how well she did handling the ball in the pressure early on and kind of got West Lyon back into the game when they were in an early deficit. But 10 block shots for her as well. So a triple-double tonight for Brooklyn Meyer. What a start to this tournament for her.
And yeah, as you see on the screen there, a couple of assists. Just a great game as the first free throw does go up and in for Maddie Johnson, the sophomore. She makes them both. So Maddie Johnson, a sophomore, into the scorer's book now as well, officially at the state tournament. We are under a minute to play here in this Class 3A quarterfinal. Again, one more quarterfinal will come your way here on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy at 9 p.m. tonight. Double dribble is going to call. Clear Lake and walk on. Hey fans, Casey's is proud to sponsor the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and today's player of the game. Casey's is the heart of many Iowa communities, cheering on our local teams and fans, making sure there's a fresh pizza ready. Win or lose, sign up for new Casey's Rewards, the rewards program that gives back by letting you redeem points for Casey's Cash, fuel, discounts, or donations to local schools. Casey's sponsors today's player of the game. Again, Brooklyn Meyer of West Lyon, who is going to advance as the 4 seed on to play here in the 3A tournament. They'll move on to play number 1 seeded Cherokee. As we mentioned, the Clear Lake Lions, Waukon Indians will come your way next. And then one final 3A game to come your way tomorrow morning. And then we're through part of the field already there with Class 5A and Class 3A.
Yeah, we'll have coffee and donuts here tomorrow morning for a 9 o'clock start with Roland Story making the short trip down I-35 against Unity Christian, who's making the long trip down here. Speaking of long trips, I think this may be a trivia question in the future. The game between the two farthest opponents ever to play each other here.
Has to be.
At state.
Has to be. We mentioned earlier, 447 miles between the two. And for West Lyon, it was a very happy 4-hour trip as they will advance on here in the state tournament in Class 3A, as they'll be able to put their name into the semifinals. They win 52-30 over West Burlington. And West Burlington, you see them in the huddle, and we'll head down to Joe Hammond now for tonight's postseason awards.
Sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Gary Ross and Gene Berger. Congratulations to head coach John Vandenberg and the Falcons from West Burlington on an outstanding basketball season. And now, Taylor Rentschler from West Lyon will advance her team to the next round on the official bracket at center court. West Lyon fans, your team advances to the semifinals and will play Cherokee on Thursday, March 4th at 2 p.m. Fans, on behalf of the Iowa Girls High School.
Well, as you saw there, Rentschler will advance them on to play Cherokee, the number 1 overall seed. And Andy, one of the things we talked about earlier when West Burlington was making their comeback, when they were trailing and now after their defeat going to get the trophy, Sydney Marlowe has always had a smile on her face, and she still did. She was still smiling and laughing and having a good time as she went to grab that trophy. Just a positive person, and unfortunately came up a little bit short tonight, but just continues to smile.
Well, it started from the moment they ran out onto the court. You could see it behind the face mask. I mean, just a bubbly personality out there. Awesome to see. I mean, this West Burlington team played hard tonight. They just went up against a really good basketball team in West Lyon, and that West Lyon's going to give Cherokee everything they can hope for here in that semifinal round.
Absolutely. West Burlington making their first trip since they made back-to-back trips in 1976 and 1977, and will end their state tournament run in the quarterfinals. We've had no upsets yet in this Class 3A tournament as the 1 seed and the 4 seed advances. And for West Lyon, you know, you talked about it, 7 straight years they were knocked out in the regional semifinal. Finally got to a regional final this season, got to the state tournament, and now they're back into the state semifinals where they were in 1998, where they advanced on to the Class 2A state championship game. A couple of girls on that team wanted to do what their mothers did. A couple of the moms for West Lyon were on that 1998 team, and of course we talked about assistant coach Jamie Carlin also was an assistant coach, 20 years old, back on that team in 1998. Wants to also get back to the state championship game.
Kind of coming full circle hopefully for him, not full circle. I'm sure he'd like to do it many more times as well. But, you know, if anybody can give Cherokee a run here in this next semifinal game, it's going to be West Lyon. They saw a very similar style of play tonight out of West Burlington that they're going to see in the semifinals. And I thought after they settled into it, they handled it very well. And with a weapon like Brooklyn Meyer that they've got, look out, because this West Lyon team very talented.
Taking a look at some of the highlights from this basketball game, there's one of the few three-pointers that were scored. That was that 5-point run there for Knobloch. She hit a 3, came back with a 2-point basket as you continue to see the highlights there. And this is kind of when West Lyon started to extend their lead and kind of try to shut the door on any kind of a comeback. Our Casey's General Store player of the game, Brooklyn Meyer, will close off the highlights as she should as she makes the final shot there. Well, that's going to do it as our final score once again here in this Class 3A quarterfinal. West Lyon defeats West Burlington 52-30, the final score. West Lyon is off to the semifinals. Andy, it was a pleasure working with you. Thanks,
Ben. I figured it was like 20 months or so is the last time since we worked together. So it was a lot hotter that day, too.
Yeah.
State softball.
Yeah. Yes, it sure was. But we had a fun game.
Yes, we did.
We had a fun game. That was Denison. They were down at the state softball tournament, hit a home run. I still remember that. Hit a home run. And they're like their first time out right away. First batter up, hit a home run. But that was fun. Much hotter out there. But it's not too bad out here in Des Moines this week. Well, we hope you enjoy the rest of the state tournament. All of it will be coming to you, the quarterfinals, semifinals here on the digital network, and, of course, the finals on Iowa Public Television. For Andy Pollock, for our producer Devin, I'm Zarin Egestal saying see you later from Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines.